NFL football fans, how are you guys doing on this Tuesday? Welcome to November 2024. We have a great season that's upon us. Week 11. How you guys feeling about your team? The NFC North is heating up, but we do have a clear favorite and we do have our underdogs that are set up. I'm personally rooting for the Vikings to upend the Detroit Lions. We are hot on their heels, but right now the NFC could have three teams from the NFC North inside of the playoffs. Come on, NFC North. Let's see what you guys can do because the old black and blue is still true. We are going to beat each other up. But how badly will we beat each other up, and how many NFC North teams will be in the playoffs? Well, come on, cousins, and let's pod about it. Hey, you guys, I'm Terry Patrick coming to you from Word to the Wise podcast with the exclamation point with this quick take 5. I have a great episode for you guys here today before we dig deep into the NFC North for all of my Lions fans, Packers, Bears, and of course, Vikings. Skol, Vikings, skol. And let's run up the score. Before we do that, we got to talk about last night, you guys. My goodness, Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football had two teams that were up against each other, the Battle of Texas. We had the Houston Texans going up against the hapless, all of a sudden, the hapless Dallas Cowboys. Dallas, what's going on in Dallas? What's going on over there in the Big D? Boy, they got ran out of their own stadium again. As we can take a look here at the NFC standings. Standing on top is the Detroit Lions. 9-1 with the Eagles and the Vikings coming hot on their heels at 8-2. We also have the Packers and the Commanders, respectively, with 7 wins each. Take a look at the bottom of the NFC. Oh my goodness, Cowboys, what are you doing? I think if I was a Dallas Cowboy fan, I tell you what I'd do. I would stop going to those home games. I would boycott the home games and I would make sure that they put a better product onto the field. The prices are outrageous at AT&T. My goodness, I'm talking about $25, $30 just to park, and you haven't even bought a ticket yet. If the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones over there wants to make sure that he keep that fan base intact as America's team, you got to do something. You have a defense that is like a sieve. They couldn't stop a nosebleed at this point. I look at what the Texans were able to do, and I say to myself, it wasn't just them. Down at the bottom of the division, they have lost by over 106 points. And they are looking like right now 0-5 at home. As well as the Giants. They have lost every single home game. And I'm here to tell you guys, you know what? They have lost by more than 20 points, or they were down at least 20 points in each one of these games. But guess who we have for our Thanksgiving lineup? Boy, we got two teams on there that should not even be on Thanksgiving Day. The bottom barrel of the NFC, Giants and Cowboys. Giants versus Cowboys, and both of them have lost all their home games, but it used to be always one horrible team. Every single Thanksgiving, it used to be just one horrible game. And now we have live in a world that is topsy-turvy. It used to be the Lions. I remember when the Lions 0-16. I remember when the Detroit Lions had bags over their heads when they went to the game, just like the Saints. But now it is the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants football team. They will be going up against each other on Thanksgiving Day. I say it's a good time to take a nap during that game. But I will love to be able to see the NFC North matchups that we have. We got the Lions and the Bears. No Vikings on Thanksgiving Day. I would have loved to see Green Bay versus the Vikings and the Bears versus the Lions. Wouldn't that be great to see two NFC North matchup all on the same day? Playoff that is ramping up. Well, I think right now what we could have actually 3 NFC North teams. Here's how it stands right here, right now. Number 1 seed coming out of the NFC and the hands-on favorite to win it all, win the Super Bowl. That's the Detroit Lions. And we have the division leaders in Eagles, Cardinals, and the Falcons. A lot of birds in there, huh? The Eagles, the Cardinals, and the Falcons. Sitting outside of the division leaders, we got those fighting Minnesota Vikings. I think the Vikings can pop up and maybe even get that number 1 seed from the Lions. We are only 1 game behind them, and we have 2 losses. They have 1, but one of our losses is to those very same Detroit Lions. And then you do have the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are sitting over there in the 6th spot with the Washington Commanders coming in at the 7th seed. Over there in the AFC, it looks like KC is trying to cruise, but they got problems. Buffalo is no joke. Buffalo is no joke, and they just beat Kansas City again in the regular season. What's going on, Buffalo? At some point, you're going to have to beat Kansas City in the playoffs. The Cowboys, I blame all of your woes on Jerry Jones. Jerry is all about the money. And I also got to put some blame over there on Mike Zimmer. He was the head coach for the Minnesota Vikings, and now he's your defensive coordinator, and you're getting blown out. The defense is horrible. Mike Zimmer, I'm so glad he's gone, and I'm glad we have landed this gentleman right here, KOC, Kevin O'Connell. It's the Vikings are going to make a push for the playoffs and get deep into said playoffs. You're looking at the 3 people that are going to make a difference right here. Sam Darnold. Sam came off a 3-pick win, but then came back and threw no interceptions, 3 touchdowns, and this guy right here, Justin Jefferson, he is him. Justin Jefferson is the man. I would love to see the Vikings make a push. And we are coming off a 2-win road trip, and we got 1 more against those very same Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. I will be tuning in, and I would love to see your guys' comments. How do you feel about the NFC, and can anybody take down the mighty Chiefs? Who will be the next champion to come out of the NFC? I'm pulling for one of these teams inside the NFC North, and hey, I'm not going to tell you who. Yes, I am going to tell you. I'm going with the Vikings. I think the Vikings can come out the NFC North and take the number 1 seed in the NFC. Will it happen? Can it happen? Got to tune in to every single game, but one game, I think this is not worth the viewership. And that is on Thanksgiving Day when the Cowboys play the Giants. Will somebody stop anybody in that game? Who knows? But all I do know, man, it is a great time to be a football fan. NFC North, go ahead and rein in right here. Like to hear from you guys in the chat box. Tell me, what are your thoughts? Who can reign victorious and come out of the old black and blue, the NFC North division? Will it be the Lions? Will it be the Vikings? Or will Green Bay be the dark horse and come out of nowhere? You tell me. Thank you guys for another Take 5 here on Word to the Wise with the exclamation point. Tune into my podcast on YouTube at The T Patrick. Or you can catch me on TikTok at Cat Daddy in the Mix. Hey, love, peace, and hot catfish grease to you guys. See ya.